Hi there. This is going to be a second attempt at recording a special love reading. I attempted to do one yesterday. It was a two-part, one for YouTube. The second part was an extended, and per Mercury retrograde, when I went to upload the videos, I had realized that it was recorded with no sound, which has never, ever happened. Ever. All night I kept trying to record shit with my phone because I always only use my phone to record videos on YouTube. I have ever since I hit the scene in 2017. I only use my cell phone. And I tried to record all these things last night and it just wouldn't. It would record, but there'd be no sound. Miraculously, I wake up today, Saturday the 14th, and lo and behold, I test it and now there is sound when I record my phone. Now, I can't even remember what the messages were in yesterday's reading. So I'm going to take that as a sign that it wasn't meant to be publicly shared. Okay, I don't believe in accidents, and we're not going to, fuss and fight over this shit. We're just going to try it again. Now, what I find interesting about these cards are, you have Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? You also have Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Look at that. Hiding behind her sword. Queen of Swords. Many of you know that a lot of feminines, their journey has been to obviously learn self-love, to go through this journey of healing. Most of you have been the chosen ones, chosen to break these generational curses and traumas and such, and it stops with you. So there's this heavy load, I don't want to say burden, but heavy load that a lot of feminines have been carrying. Because it's not only been your own shit from this life and past lives, but it's also been your ancestors' stuff. You also have protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Calling back your power, right? If you have been in situations in the past where you felt things were out of your control, or you gave more than you had received, or you were abused, or whatever these circumstances are, right? It's really calling back your fucking power to you from all dimensions, past, present, future. You see, here and the motherfucking 5D, it's calling it all back, period. Right? And so your higher self stands guard, right? And is sort of like the one in control. But if the muggle is not opened and tapped into the divine or the spiritual or the higher self, then there's no connection. There's a disconnect there, right? And so the process of awakening is literally just shedding all the shit and remembering who the fuck you are and connecting into the divine spirit, source, whatever you want to call it. Because when we're born and physically incarnated, we get amnesia. We forget. We don't know shit. It's a process of, going through the motions again, learning and such. Now, the bottom of the deck, you have leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. That gave me the fucking chills. Leap, like the fool, right? Taking that leap of faith. You go first. The universe will catch you. Catch me, I'm falling. Catch me now, I'm falling. Reminds me of that song. What I find interesting is that sometimes there needs to be effort on our part because we have free will. Your blessings can come to you. They can knock on your door. They can cross your path. They can say, oh, and you can stand there and look at them like this. You can peep out the window like this and not answer your door, right? If abundance comes knocking, if new beginnings and blessings and new love and prosperity and all this shit come knocking or gets given to you and put on your path, if you don't accept it and you don't make some kind of goddamn effort, then what the fuck? So, when people will say, well, you can't ruin it. You kind of can by choosing free will and not entertaining it or walking away because of all these different reasons. And the different reasons could be self-sabotage for some that are not healed enough. For some, it can be, you know, just fear of rejection, but still it comes from a place of, you know, not enough healing, right? Because and also not being tapped in enough, because the intuition, right, that self-awareness, but the intuition would allow extreme discernment. That's the other thing too, honey. You got to be able to listen to your gut, because, you know, I get channel this all the time, and we were just talking about it recently a couple days ago on one of my lives on Instagram, xi_missy_xi. My intuition is my religion. It doesn't matter what else is going on around you. You got to be able to listen to your gut, or you're fucked. Okay. Now let's move on. I don't know what these cards are called, but they're the Star City cards. I've had them for a couple of years. Oh, look at what card it is I accidentally picked up. Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Oh, bitch. Here we go. The Divine Feminines, honey. Here we go. Rise of the Divine Feminines as per usual. Now, we have this exciting energy, right? That's coming up. Oh, see, there it is. Serapis Bay, ascension, rising up. Move into your true self, rise above the darkness, the light is here. Right, so the 15th and the 16th, which is going to be tomorrow and Monday, you have that moon in Scorpio. You know how it is with the moon in Scorpio, honey. Scorpio is a very intense sign. It's a sign of forced transformation. It's a sign of what lurks beneath. It's also eclipse time as well. And, you know, eclipses, as you've heard me say this for years, okay? They're wild cards. This is why they're very unpredictable, is because you just kind of don't really know what's going to happen with eclipses, you know? I mean, eclipses are meant to eclipse things away. It takes things out of there, right? But it also can reveal. Because imagine, right, this is the sun or the moon, however you want to describe it, but it will kind of do this, right? So it sort of passes through each other like this. But it hides and then it reveals, right? It hides and then it reveals. And it reminds me of, like, in Charmed. Remember when Piper and the angel, I forget what his name is right off the top of my head. God, what is his name? I've seen Charmed like a million times. Remember they try to get handfasted and married during the eclipse because it would be hidden from, you know, the angels above. Right? Because it has that factor of hidden, but also revealed. So it's like what has been hiding and then what will be now revealed. Now, the thing about this is that things that are hidden are sometimes hidden for protection. Not always is it hidden because it's malefic, but it's like the baby in the womb, right? When a woman is pregnant and the baby is in the womb, it is hidden from the outside world, but it's hidden because it's growing, because it is, you know, it's hidden for protection, right? It's not ready yet. So for some of you, your abundance, maybe your mission, your soul calling, your love of your fucking life, it's hidden because it's just not time yet. And you want to know what's so funny is I just remembered this. I just remembered what yesterday's reading was that I recorded that had no sound. I remember what it was about. It was about all the cards saying it was time to go because the ancestors and the universe and the sun, moon, and stars all said it's time. It's go time. And I literally just remembered that right now because I couldn't hear it. So I was watching the video back, watching what I'm shuffling in the cards and stuff. And so obviously I can see the cards, but I'm intuitive, right? So I do channeled messages. I don't just read the cards. So just seeing the cards for me is not helpful at all. I need to hear what I'm saying because it's the channeled messages that are, you know, the most important part of the message. Cards are just extras and aesthetics, you know? But yeah, it was about it's go time. When the time is right and it's divine timing, it's because everything sort of falls into place, right? Everything sort of is like, okay, here we go. So again, Serapis Bay is ascension. It's rising up. Moving into your true self, rise above the darkness, the light is here. Now your light will irritate a lot of unhealed people. And I'm sure you guys have seen that exact quote posted around Instagram many times. I've just posted it again myself. Don't know who it originated from, but it's fucking gold because it's the truth. Your light will irritate a lot of unhealed people. Why is that? Because unhealed people are not on the same level as you. It's a mismatch in vibration and energy, right? what the giraffe sees is different than what the turtle sees, because it's two different, you see that? It's comprehension, because it's about vibration. It's like, and it reminds me of like if two people speak two different languages. It's like if you speak Greek, someone speaks English, you don't understand each other because you don't speak the same language. It's not necessarily because of intellect, right? Sometimes it is. It's ignorance that will make people not understand each other, but sometimes it's not that at all. Sometimes it's just, I don't speak Greek and they don't speak English. One more, please. Lord Shiva. Transcendence. We had this yesterday too, and that recorded one there was no sound. It literally says rise up. You have two cards here back to back talking about rising. Rise up, honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. I mean, honestly, the priestess one also says, how are you being called to step up and lead up, rise up? It's like the phoenix rising from the ashes and the flames, yes? I'm chewing gum because, as most of you know, I've had issues with my salivary glands being blocked. So you're going to see me sucking lollipops and chewing gum and stuff. And I have to do it even more so when I'm talking a lot, because you know, if you have a dry mouth thing, the more we speak and talk, our mouth just gets so dry. So I've got to kind of pocket it in my mouth there. You're going to see me chew. If you don't like seeing people chew gum, then you click the fuck off. It's very simple. There's no reason to be hyphy about stuff or to leave comments about stuff. This is free 99. So, you know. But sometimes there's reasons people do stuff. And even if there was no reason, you know, it's their channel. All right, Spirit, here we go. 3 of Wands. Someone's waiting. I heard I'm waiting for a miracle. It's gonna take a miracle. Yes, it's gonna take a miracle to make me love someone. Someone must do this with their hair, because I can't stop fiddling with my hair, and that's not normally something I would do unless it was ugly. Five of Swords, whoops, and the Hanged Man. See, waiting, pause. They're waiting for go time. 5 of Swords is also about self-sabotage as well, right? 5 of Swords, self-sabotage. Can you guys hold on for just 1 second? Damn it, I'm gonna have to go this way. My leg won't fit on that side. This chair is too close. Sorry about this. Yes, I am in my home clothes. Hold on, okay, guys? You know, it's Mercury in retro. Everything's all kooky. Just give me 1 second. There is an issue here, as per usual, with something. Give me a second, please. One second. Okay, sorry about that. There was some kind of confusion happening with my hour of power today. Starts at 3, but somehow, of course, because it's Mercury in retro, it was showing to start at 2. But it shows 3 on Eventbrite and then 2 on Zoom, but it's supposed to start at 3. So it's popping up going, oh, you're late for your meeting. And I'm going, no, I'm not. It's 3 o'clock Hawaii time and it's only 2 something right now. So I had to go ahead and quickly update that thing in Zoom. It's like, geez, I mean, this Mercury retro is really fucking with electronics and technology. And you guys know that that is definitely one of the things that happens with Mercury in retro. But like, damn, Mercury, shit. It ain't always this way. That's why sometimes we'll have Mercury in retro and it'll be easy breezy and nothing ever happened and nobody notice a damn thing. And then sometimes it's like, so this time it's really screwing with some electronic shit and communication and all that. So I don't know if that's happening to you guys too, but just an FYI. Oh, Four of Wands, look at that fairy tale. There's something about someone wanting the fairy tale. Wheel of Fortune, destined and fated, divine. Destined and fated. When the time is right. See that? When the time is right. It's about timing. And also, what will the eclipse reveal? Strength card here. This is Leo energy, but that's strength. Having the strength to overcome something. And then the Magician, magic. Magician is magic. It's manifestation of something. I mean, it's 3 major arcanas and then 1 minor, which is the Four of Wands, which is a pretty big deal. It's, you know, the card of new beginnings, but it can also be the card of union. Very interesting. Give me a second here because I want to shuffle out the Tarot de la Nuit. And maybe Edgar will see. Four of Cups. Look at her, she's waiting. See how she's kind of just hanging out there waiting? There's this sense of waiting for a miracle, waiting for the abundance, waiting for the counterpart. It's got a Jon Snow vibe here, even though I've never actually seen Game of Thrones. Trust and rest assured, people have sent me enough clips of it, and I've seen a lot of memes and videos and such about it. So I know the story of Jon Snow and such, but that's giving that vibe. She's waiting for him, but this motherfucker looks defeated. So the masculine energy here might have been going through, look, death, a transformation. And again, remember, this is a moon in Scorpio. Look at the King of Swords sitting here. What, he's all cloaked, hiding something. Someone's not speaking up. Someone's not communicating. Feminine could be waiting for some type of communication, waiting for some type of sign, waiting for the masculine to rise the fuck up, meet her at her level, frequency, vibration, whatever this is, put it where it belongs. King of Swords is very cold, very logical, right? They would be very emotionally detached. They would be extremely emotionally detached. This Four of Cups energy here is, she's no longer running. And I feel like for a lot of people, the feminine may have been the chaser, right? And like, have been, or however it's going to work for you, but specifically here, it feels like she just sort of has done the chasing in the past or put in more effort and has sort of like not given up, because there's a sense here of peace. She's sort of aligned, right? She's sort of she's just at peace with what is and what is not. And that's always when it comes. She also may have realized that she needs to let go and allow whoever her counterpart is, whether she's met them yet or not, to allow them to go through their fucking journey. They have to. You can't help them. And you also have to, you know, worry about your own shit, right? The warrior woman means that she's been to war. And is she still at war? Maybe she was at war with herself. There's definitely huge transformation here with death. It's the end of something which now creates new. Now, the masculine might now see things very differently if he goes through some kind of a huge transformation. And we don't just have one and done, right? There's a big bang, which is usually the biggest one that creates this huge change within us when we're first, you know, going through our awakening. And it sometimes usually is the worst. But, you know, we have many awakenings throughout this time period. Could this be his first real big bang? It could. It may also just be another one. Like DJ Khalid said, honey, another one. It's hard to tell because each one's going to be different. Each masculine's journey and such. But look at his neck. He's wearing this necklace with this absolutely gorgeous, huge pendant. And it gives me this vibe of like an amulet. And I bet you it's an amulet of protection. You even have that there. There's some kind of protection here. They may literally wear a necklace, but it also could just be very symbolic. There's a symbolism behind that of wearing, and this could be their past life self or their higher self, but it's a protection thing. There's also a skull there. You see it right there by his staff or his wand. You know how they say death becomes her, right? Death becomes her. And death becomes him too. There has to be a death that happens first, meaning a symbolic death, a death of ego, of pride, you know? King of Cups, bottom of the deck, being able to feel, being open to, see how he's half cloaked and basically, you know, exposed. And that shows that his guard is down. That would show that he's not all suited up, you know? He is, see, this one's all suited up and protected. This one's got his sword and shit, right? And I forgot to tell you also that the white wolf in this card is also quite symbolic because it represents, you know, guidance. So it's a lot of masculine's spirit animal is a white wolf, you know? So there is this guidance that may have brought this masculine to his knees, but there's something very strong about this energy, as above, so below. You guys know we're in eclipse season. So, and like I said, eclipses can be wild cards. I've always told you that because sometimes they can be like, aha, and sometimes it's like, but it is the tower energy too, isn't it? Unexpected. Could be very unexpected. It was 2222 when I looked up at the timer just now. All right, guys, we are going to do an extended. At least we will attempt it. I will pull a few more cards there. It's going to be in the special love / oracle reading section on my website, the extended. And of course, if you click on that upside down triangle below, it's going to bring up the description page here. And that first link will take you to all of the extendeds. And again, it's special love / extended readings, or oracle, excuse me, on my website, saltwaterhealstarot.com. Also in that description page below is all of my info on how to get in touch with me to do a reading. All of my pricing is there, but also remember now, if you follow me on Instagram, xi_missy_xi, I only have that one account. I do not have several. There's no numbers in this shit. There's no extra I's and extra S's and extra underscores and dots and periods. Those are fake, fraudulent accounts. I would never reach out to you, DM you, or solicit you for a reading or a session. Do not get duped, okay? Now, if you love, you know, erotic tarot readings and such, I do them on Patreon. So if you guys want to follow me on Patreon, that link is below. And also I do some bonus ones there sometimes as well. And I'm set to do 2 readings for Patreon coming up within these next few days. So because we're going to have that, you know, the eclipse energy and then of course the moon in Scorpio. So it's going to be real heavy vibes. Okay. So I will see you guys in your extended. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscriptions here on YouTube. Love you guys. Bye.